goodness me, it's busy here. Are you all here to see FORDY runs by any chance? So we've got a live recording of the Long Run podcast. The guys are going to be taking your questions, so make sure you've got your thinking caps on. We want to hear from all of you in the audience. There'll be a roving microphone for that Q&A, so make sure you think of some good questions and you can be featured in the podcast episode. So, FORDY and the gang are here to talk about, can everyday runners run the World Marathon Majors? So if you've got your eyes set on Berlin Marathon, Chicago, Tokyo, whatever it is, these guys are here to let you know how everyday runners can run the majors. So please put your hands together for FORDY Runs and the team.
Oh, come on. Louder. Louder. I like it. I like all this. We're going to get told off by every single stand here because you lot are here. Sorry about that. So everybody, welcome to the Long Run Show. Thanks for coming along and seeing us at the NEC Birmingham. They had us back. Can you believe it? I can't. So today we are going to be talking about, can everyday runners run world majors? It's an interesting topic. It comes up a lot on the podcast. Now, the podcast, if you don't know, we do that on a Monday, we do that on a Friday. We record it live. So if you're bored, sitting at home, kids are getting on your nerves, tune in live and you can get involved. But we record it, we put it out. And this subject comes up a lot. So we thought we'd talk about it today. So I'm going to be asking you in a minute whether you think everyday runners can. But before we do that, we're going to do some introductions because we've got some of the team here. So, firstly, if you didn't know, my name's Chris Ford. I'm the one fan. I'm the founder of FORDY Runs. FORDY Runs is the largest running club in the country, which is awesome. We've got 40 satellite groups all over the country, and it's free to join. So if you're thinking about what are all these people wearing and you ain't got a clue about it, and you see them at races, it's because we're a free, everyday runner, totally inclusive running club that you're all welcome to join. Okay, so that's that. We also do the YouTube channel, the other bits, but let's crack on. So, we've got the shortest man with the biggest tan here. Yeah, give him a
whoa. One second. Now let's get this sorted out now.
Definitely
It's
taller.
hardly any difference.
Definitely taller. We've got, and we actually, I'm going to pick you up because we put an episode out with Marissa on, and it was about being the back of the pack runner. And it's an amazing episode. If you get a chance, if you don't want to listen to any other rubbish that we put out, listen to that. It is so inspiring. So we've got Marissa here, who's actually... come on. She's also a run leader as well, which is good. And then we've got our very own admin to keep me in check, make sure there's no lawsuits today. And we've got Sabrina, also is a running coach, so give her a round of applause. We've got two more of the team to talk about quick. I know, I'm sorry, we will get into it. We've got Ben here, over here on the right. He's not directing air traffic control. Finally, we got Big Al over here. Oh! And look, you see my T-shirt? It's for Speedgoat. All you Speedgoat fans, look, here he is. Look at his little face. Okay, right. So, as always, we're very unconventional here at FORDY Runs. We like to be disruptors, not influencers. And one of you is sitting on a £100 voucher at Skechers. It's a gold envelope. Look under your chairs. One of you's got it. Our sponsors, Skechers.co.uk, have given you one of you £100 to spend at their store. Who's got it? One of you's got it. Where are you? It's a little gold envelope. Come on. Oh, we got her. Ben, hang on. Let's go round. Open it up. It tells you it's viewer interactive. We don't muck about here. What's your name? Where'd you come from? Open it up. It's real. No, open it. We're on time here. Anna's going to chuck me off. There you go. She's got £100 at Skechers. You're welcome. Okay. Right. Anybody who asks a question today is going to get one of our very expensive tote bags. I mean, they're very expensive. Al's modelling them. You're welcome. Okay. I know, he's done a good job there. Right. So, world majors. Hands up who has run a world... And actually, does anybody know what we're talking about? Hands up if you don't know what the world majors are. Good, that's a lot. That was going to be 5 minutes of my time. Okay, so hands up if you've run one of the world majors. Hands up if you've run 5 of the world majors. Oh, there she is. Hands up if you've run 6 of them. No, hands up. Okay. So, I think it's interesting. The topic comes up because after COVID, right, when we was all locked up, I don't know about you, but we've seen a lot of our runners in the club, in the community, stepping outside of their comfort zones, and they're taking on the world majors. But I think before that, before COVID, before people like Hayden and you guys who held your hands up, I do think that there was a little bit about it where people were sort of put off because of this world major tag. So we want to discuss that today. So I'm going to go through the team because you've done how many? Which ones?
London and Chicago.
Is that on? Speaker,
Hello?
is that on?
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah, London and Chicago.
Marissa?
London twice, Berlin, Chicago, New York, and Tokyo.
And Tokyo. We know about you. You don't need big Al.
London twice, Berlin and Chicago.
Now, I think for us based here, correct me if I'm wrong, obviously London is probably the most, would you say accessible? Would you say accessible? Yeah?
Well, accessible in terms of getting to it, but not accessible in terms of getting into
No, because
it.
of the ballot, right? Ben, how many have you done?
So I've done 3, London, Berlin and Chicago as well.
Okay. Out of those, which was the easiest to get into?
For me, it was Berlin with the charity place.
Charity Place Berlin.
I was lucky enough to get ballot for Tokyo and Chicago.
Is that, by the way, is anyone who doing Tokyo? 20...
Adele is.
How did you get it? Was it ballot? Is anyone else doing Tokyo? How did you? Because I know you can get sports. Is it sports tours? How did you get in?
Charity play.
Do you mind asking how much do they want for that?
You have to bid for it.
Oh, yeah, big money, right? And this is fitting. But I think more about the cost. It's more like, I don't know about you, but I just didn't class myself like good enough to do them. Because you obviously got Boston where you have to qualify. But I always thought like, other than London, I didn't think that I would ever be not good enough. But I don't know, it felt like it was out of my reach. But then I started seeing people like Hayden, people like other people in the club, the community, going out and doing these things. And that's now inspired me to do them, right? Now, I want to go on to you because I think as a back of the pack, well, self-proclaimed back of the pack runner, how do you find the world majors where with all the elites and all the pomp and everything, all the hype about it, as a back of the pack runner, how do you find them?
Bloody difficult.
In what respect?
It's not easy. It's not easy to get in. If you're time qualifying, we don't time qualify. You have to pay your way in.
You have to pay your way
Or
in.
charity, yeah.
But what about the sort of, because some of them have got like time cut-offs, right? How do you deal with that?
Not well.
Just run faster.
Awful. Yeah, it's really hard. We were talking about Tokyo last night. Tokyo's really strict and really quite scary because they've got balloon people that will drag you off the balloon people.
What's a balloon person? Are you listening to this at the back? They got balloon people.
So they're in a line and they're all dressed in yellow with balloons that they carry. And if they catch you, you're off the course.
It's like a game.
It's like Squid
It's
Games.
like Squid
isn't
Game.
it?
It's like Squid Game, isn't it?
Squid Games.
What do they murder you if you? What do they do?
Well, I don't know. They didn't catch me.
They pick you up.
Hero.
There you go.
Hero. Yeah, come on. Back of the pack runner over here.
They actually pick you up and they put you on the coach
Yeah.
and take you back to the start.
What, they
And
take you
you're
back
out.
to the start?
Back to
Yeah,
the finish,
you're out.
start finish.
That's the end
Strong,
of it.
isn't it? They don't do that in London. Obviously, they changed
No.
that, which I think's good. Oh, hang on.
At what point do they stop chasing you? Like, is it if you get to half? So
They
you
don't.
could
So
get
it's
to
like a
25
timer.
miles and they still.
41k is the cut off for them to pick you up.
And that's the thing, right, with this everyday runner. Obviously, normal people like you and me, right? There is that thing in your brain. Am I quick enough? Am I going to finish this? You know, the elites are like done in like 2.5 hours or whatever, and you're out there dying. There is that does come into your mind, doesn't it?
And also, we're not talking about slow. We're talking about 6 hours, 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
6.5 cut off. 6.5 hour
Which I
cut
think's
off.
quick.
From the first person.
From the first
So
person.
it took 44 minutes for me to cross the line where the first person started.
But how do you deal with that psychologically?
Not well. Not well at all. But I think I've got new strategies to like deal with the stress, deal with the anxiety.
And what are those strategies? Share.
Zone out. Just zone out. You just got to do you. If you get caught, you get caught. But there's no point making yourself ill for it.
Do you when you train for the majors, you train in a certain way, knowing that you've got...
Yeah, I run.
She's so good. Honestly, she don't care. I just run. It's brilliant.
I'm not very good at like training very well, am I?
Do you do any training?
Yeah, of course I do. I do all my long runs. Well, yeah, I'm missing one tomorrow, but yeah, normally I do all my long runs. I do all the hills, sprints, and
Stuff.
Yeah,
She's not really.
I do all that.
I've got a question.
Oh.
Do you ever put down a quicker time so that you're closer to the front, so
Ah,
you
I
haven't
was
got
gonna
that
ask that.
worry about 44 minutes?
Do you put down?
Okay, never had I done it until I think Chicago. I put down a quicker time.
What, to get further forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's probably
Because
something to
I'm
do.
always so Tokyo, I was literally in the last pack. There was a group of like 20 of us, so I was there. Berlin, he told me to move forward as far as I could, so I did. But I just thought, Chicago didn't want that stress.
Just to explain this, make it a little bit easier in case any of you didn't catch that. So 6.5 hours is the cut-off. It was at Berlin. But that's from when Kipchoge crossed the start line. When you look back at Berlin, at the other 50,000 runners, it takes a hell of a long time for them to get through.
Yeah.
So by the time you're at the very back, which predominantly you're the slower runner, it's about 45 minutes. So straight away, you've got 5 hours 45 to complete
I
the
know,
marathon.
you're cut down, don't you? Straight away, you're cut down.
Which is ridiculous.
That's tough. But again, that's one of the pressures of doing the World Marathon. That's why London Marathon, you shout out, because they changed it.
And New York.
And New York.
Yeah.
New York, I don't know if you follow the YouTube channel, but Hayden and I were in New York. If you get a chance, actually, you know what, who's doing, anybody? Nobody's doing New York. Ben
Why
maybe.
not?
I think the Ballock's next month.
Ah, okay. I recommend New York purely because it's the most amazing experience. The crowd are meant to. Anyone done London? Right, do that, then take some ecstasy and then go and run it. It's just, honestly, it's mental. It's like noise here, and you've got no space to move because the crowd, there's no barriers. So they come onto the course. So at some points, there's just two of you going through it. It's on Essential Park is mental. Absolutely, and you come out there like dazed. Like you've done 5 rounds with Rocky. You've done it. It's unbelievable. So anybody, I personally would recommend New York probably over London. My personal preference. Actually, before I throw it out, let's do that. Al,
I would probably go Chicago. Bit like what you said, London has a certain atmosphere. Chicago, literally every mile, there's a different type of atmosphere. So you're running through the financial district and you've got the huge skyscrapers. You run through the Mexican zone and you can have tequila on tap. So every mile in Chicago, there is something else to kind of wake you up and just get you through that pain barrier. So I haven't done New York. I was saving that one for November, but Chicago for me.
Marissa, what's
Yeah.
your favourite? Because I want to go out to there.
New York.
New York as well, like basically because what I said.
I love New York.
It's just mad, isn't it?
It's just
And everybody,
bonkers.
everyone's wearing their medals the day after, and the whole town just comes alive. Like London, you finish London, and you'll go back home. All right, you do a bit of this, bit of that, but like it's done, isn't it? They're living the dream all week. It's amazing, isn't it?
It
It is
is
amazing.
crazy.
Right, I want to know from you. Anyone got any questions about world majors? Everyday run? I want to get your insight into this. Like I said, when we do the live show, you guys are sitting there smashing the life out of the questions and the comments. So if you've got a question or a comment about the world majors or anything else really, I don't really care. Stick your hands up. Remember, Alan's got these really expensive tote bags down there. First victim. They'll get warmed up. Come on, guys.
If any of you have been on the Extreme Parkrun bus, you may have heard about the chance to have a dip in my lucky bag. So we've brought
There we
it
go.
all the way to the running show this year.
And feel free to get me running around here. Right, so Leanne, stand up, please.
Come on, Leanne.
I'd say introduce yourself, but I've decided for you. So what's
Yeah,
your
it's on
question?
the top. Look at that hero.
This is a question for Hayden. Getting your 6th medal after doing the majors, what was that feeling for you?
Nice question.
Don't cry, yeah. So, yeah, I think because it was such a long period of time built up to get there, yeah, it was really special. But I think motion overtook the whole day. It overtook the whole race. And at the end, from the actual finish line, from when I actually got it to when I met Chris and I saw Louisa, and then from then to actually finally walked out, I can't, to be honest, remember much of it. Yeah, it was a great feeling. It didn't really sink in until the next day when I woke up and put it on. But I know it is just a bit of metal and it's so stupid. It costs so much money and there's all these tiers and everything else. And you have to run a bloody marathon first. You have to run 6 of the things. So it's really hard work, but do you know what? Absolutely worth it. And yeah, I wouldn't change that feeling for nothing.
I mean, I saw him at the end. I mean, I came over in absolute bits. It ruined me. I mean, New York was probably the worst marathon I ran last year. I absolutely destroyed me at mile 16. I was done. I started FaceTiming people, getting on Instagram, as you'd expect. And it just done me. But to see him at the end was just so amazing. To see somebody with that elation. Not necessarily the medal, but just the completion. I watched the YouTube vlog. We was both in tears. It was so amazing to be part of that. And that's why I'd recommend to all of you who are listening or watching, if you're sitting there thinking, there's no way I can run these marathons, do it. Because we've all proved that we can do it, and there's nothing stopping other than yourself to go out there and do it. You only got to put one foot in front of the other, and don't worry about the cut-off times and this and that. Just get out there and do it. Right, who's next?
And
Mick.
just
Right.
quickly,
hang
Hayden,
on. Hold tight. No, I'm sorry. We're doing a group run tonight, yeah? Actually, I've changed it. It's called a rave run. There's 300 of these nutters meeting outside this hall, and we're going to go. Where are we going?
Round the car park?
Round the car park. But we've all got like these glow sticks, whistles, and I've got the big speaker. I'm not joking. It's about this big, and I've sellotaped it onto this thing. Mick's carrying it around. He's been in the gym all week. Give him a round of applause. Well done, Mick.
Well done, Mick. So, what's your question?
So it's for Hayden. So, what would you do different? Because you did all the majors quite close together. Would you do anything different?
Yeah, Joe, it's a great question. And I think too many people, that's one bit of advice I give everyone. Everyone wants to get these majors done. And I know it's easy to say because I rushed out and done it. Take your time. 2 a year is a lot. 1 a year is absolutely ample. There was too many I'd done too close together. So I run Berlin in September, and then 2 weeks later I'd done Chicago. And it feels clever at the time, but it's not. It takes its toll on your body, and there's no rush. I've been back to Chicago since and done it, and I'm going back again this year. So there was no rush to have done that. That's definitely one thing I would have changed. Just taking my time with them and not, so 2 of them I paid a sports tours company. Maybe I should have waited and just held on to see if I got in the ballot as well.
You've got to remember, right,
definitely change
marathons are hard. I know you see all these people on TikTok doing them and all this sort of stuff. They're bloody hard, right? It's 26.2 miles. It's ruthless out there. You've got to do at least 16 weeks of training, at least. And then you get people like doing 3 of them, 4 of them a year. It's mental. Just do 1 a year, people. Chill out. Just do one. Focus on 1 race a year. And that's
Sorry, Chris, how many are you doing this year?
Oh dear, don't talk to me like that. No, I'm doing. But I tell you why. Because after New York, you're getting me in trouble here. I lost some of my fitness because of my back. So I'm using London as a through race. So what I mean by that is that I'm using this training block of 16 weeks to get my baseline fitness back, so now I can go to Berlin and run what I want to run at Berlin. So I'm using it as a through race. I'm using it as a training block. I want to get some of that peak fitness back. Focus then on my speed in the summer. So I've got my endurance built up. Work it in the summer with my speed. And then I go into Berlin training, 16-week block. And I'd have learned a lot from that block as well at the start of the year. That's what I'm doing. So it's effectively, London's a long run for me, even though it's 26.2 miles. And again, it's bloody hard running a marathon, okay? Right, next question.
Does that mean no selfies in Berlin with policemen?
And
No.
I don't know if you saw it, but he made me stop at the Brandenburg Bridge for selfies.
Why not? Marissa, just a quick question from me. Has he fulfilled his challenge yet?
Oh, yes. Tell the viewers about the challenge, Marissa.
Okay, so before New York, he said he would drink a yard of vodka. I did say he could drink lager.
A yard of vodka. That's
I'm
about
nice
that
like
tall,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Half his
That's
height.
about half your size.
Yeah, about half his leg, yeah. If I beat, what was it, 6:07?
If you beat your PB. I went to
Yeah.
get around New York, and she was stressing. So I said, if you beat your PB, I'll do whatever. Just get me a yard of vodka, I'll down it. I'll hold you to that. She bloody went and done it.
Yeah.
I didn't think she would. I must be honest. I didn't think she
A
would.
round of
She
applause.
done it.
Yeah.
To do that in New York, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
So he's still
And
got
has
to
he done
deliver.
No, he
No,
ain't done it.
might
Right,
be
has anyone got any
tonight.
vodka on him?
Let's move
Must
on.
be
Next
so much
question.
out
Right,
now.
right.
Where's
Next
Stella?
question then.
It's for Marissa. What made you want to do the majors? Was there something that inspired you to do it, or what? Because I run a half marathon and I'm absolutely shattered after it, so I don't even know if
Oh,
I'll
don't
ever
worry,
get to
I
that
am as
stage.
well, yeah.
But I just wondered what made you want to keep going and doing them.
Okay, so quite a while ago, someone told me that I'd never be able to run a marathon.
Who was that?
It wasn't me. If you, it's
No,
nothing
No,
to
it
do with
wasn't
me.
him.
Right.
No, it wasn't him. It was someone from
Be
a
careful.
proper running club,
Oi,
shall we
proper?
say?
We are proper running.
Oi.
I know, but no, you know.
We're the biggest in the
I'll
country.
rephrase that.
Thank
Sorry. From a
Traditional.
traditional
Elitist.
running club, yeah.
And we
Yeah,
ain't that.
yeah, an elite running club told me I wouldn't be able to do it, so I just went and done it.
Come on. What a hero. So do it. Sasha, basically, you've got to do it.
Yeah, do it.
What are we signing up for?
I don't really know yet. I mean, I'm trying to do the Chelmsford half in March.
Good
and
for
I'm
you. Build up.
gonna try, and then we'll see.
Don't let it overwhelm you. That's the key
No.
to this. Don't let it overwhelm you. It is literally, if you're doing a half, right, think about your long run, max probably, even if you go the distance, but you're just adding on. Yeah, so when you're starting off, you've got a baseline fitness already, yeah, because you've done the half training. Just pick up where you left off. Do your 3 runs, whatever you're doing in the week, just increase that long run.
At the end of a half where I've done it before, I just cannot imagine
Well, slow down.
doing that again.
Well, slow down. But don't forget, you've got 16 weeks of training. So put that to your mind, you would have done 12 weeks of training, and then you'd have gone 16 weeks of training, potentially with a break in between. So your body would have recovered. You're going to be a lot fitter, and you'll be able to go on. And all you're doing is just incremental in terms of your distance. That's all it is.
Also-
Yeah, do it.
Also,
Sasha,
Sasha,
you've got Sam next to you. She'll support you through it.
Yeah, Sam done it.
Also, I'd like to say, you say about half marathon and you're knackered at the end. Don't think just because we've all run marathons and I've done these 6 majors that I don't run a half marathon and feel knackered at the end.
Oh,
This isn't like you
brilliant.
go and do it and you think, oh, I can run marathons. 5k park run, knackered at the end. 10k
I was
park, I'm
knackered this morning, trust
Yeah.
me.
Oh, by the way, did you get your time?
She got a 1 minute PB today at park run.
Hey!
And did she not
Now
have
you
to
was-
stop as well
you,
to tie her
honestly,
laces?
I knew it. Right, who's next?
I nearly died.
Let's go. Ah, come on, cowboy up.
Cool. Next question. What's your name?
My name is Sarah and I'm from Hereford. I think you're all amazing runners. We all are, and it's not easy to run. But I just wondered if any of you have considered doing an ultra.
Oh. Maybe. Are you from the press? No. I am going to do one in July. I think it's July. Is it July? I'm doing one in July. Petra, is PB here today? No. I spoke to PB, and if you know PB Petra, she's just like a machine. She done a 30-mile one. I think I put something, did I put something in the Facebook group or something like that?
Yeah.
And I asked the guy, should I do a 30-mile ultra or should I do a 50-mile ultra? And everybody just said 50 mile. I think they just want to see the pain on my face when we do it. So I'm doing an ultra in July. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I'm just going to do a lot of walking and a lot of eating. It
So
can't be that
no
hard.
different to the usual then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, bit strong. Right, next. Over there. Down there.
I'm coming to Karen first. I'll come to you, Trace.
I like electric.
Question
Look,
for Hayden.
Oh.
If you could do the 6 majors again, which one would you do it and what order would you do them in?
Ooh. So the order obviously would just depend on how you get into them. So that's sort of like taking out my hands. Out of all of them, I suppose you're going back to the question, what's your favourite major? And do you know what? There's loads of stuff around Boston. I loved Boston. It was really special. But I'm going to go with what Al said. Chicago's my favourite marathon.
He loves it.
Chicago
he's
is
going back there
unbelievable.
Again. Anyhow, you're going back there again.
I'm going back there in October, so it'll be the 3rd time. But 2 of them have been on the ballot. So
Yeah.
this is how most people get into it. You enter the ballot and think, I've got no chance. Like, I know Adele's done it. It's with Tokyo. And suddenly you get that email and you think, shit,
Oh, no.
I've got to run a marathon now.
It's true, though. Right, who's next?
Is the ballot easy to get into?
In Chicago,
Yeah.
I've got in twice. A lot of us actually have got. I think it's one of the easier ballots out of all of them. Must be honest. So yeah, go for it.
Cool. Here we go.
Hi, I was just going to ask, how do you cope with jet lag doing the 6
Oh,
majors?
you know what? That ruined me in New York. He was there, my bro. Absolutely destroyed me. And I'm not saying it made a big difference, but it definitely, I did feel it. What day was it? What day did we go over there?
We left Thursday night.
Thursday night, so literally in out. God knows what Tokyo was like. How did you find it?
Well, I think Chicago, we basically didn't get onto US timing. So I think because the marathon there starts at about 7:30 in the morning, it's really early. So here it's about 12 o'clock. And the best advice I got from Hayden and Louisa was just don't go on to US time. So we were getting up at kind of, I think Simon and I have been, everyone was up at like 4 in the morning. But it served us well. So I think where we were only there for a few days as well, we flew in Thursday and we went home straight after the marathon on Sunday night. So didn't really have time to adjust.
but don't let it put you off.
And also, there's a good reason for why we gave the advice to stay on US time. Their marathons start really early.
Yeah,
Chicago literally went across the start line at 7:30. So you had to be in your pen by about 5:30, 6 in the morning. So if you get onto US time, you're going to be in trouble waking up the next day. If you stay on UK time, you're up at 4 in the morning anyway.
Yeah. And New
So your
York,
body
we got
clock's the
bussed
same.
out. New York was like was it R4 bus, R5, something like that?
R4, yeah.
Oh, it's awful. Absolutely awful. Anyway, I can't complain. New York. Right, who's next, Penny Boy?
Okay, so
round there.
we have the legend that is trying to complete
Trace
the
is here. Hi,
the
Trace.
world major cheering. Here we
Yeah,
go,
well,
Tracy.
she's the best support crew in the world.
Bless you. My question's for Marissa. So you've got, sorry, darling. So you've got your 5 stars. How much do you want the 6th star, and how accessible is Boston for the everyday runner?
Yeah, I like it.
I want it more than anything.
And it's true, though, it's hard, isn't it? Boston, how do you get
really
in as an
hard.
everyday runner?
I've even tried to blackmail people. I can't get it. I bid $15,000 for a place and still didn't get it for charity. Yeah.
That was $15,000.
1-5.
Still didn't get it.
Is anybody doing Boston? Legend, heroes. On time, you ran a BQ. BQ? How'd you... Hang on, hold tight. Ben, I'll do it, don't worry. Talk to the viewers.
So to share my experience, I'm clearly not going to be good for age unless I was about 80. But there's an event called Run the Majors, and if you run a half marathon in certain windows through Abbott's, you get extra ballot places.
Yeah, I tried that
and
one.
I did that, and I got the extra place, and I got
Oh,
in.
wow,
so,
you
yeah,
got
so
it.
that's how I'm in.
Do you know what? That's really good to hear because so many
Advice.
people are doing this and
Yes.
they don't get in. To actually hear someone, see someone who said, I actually done it and got in. That's
Like
great.
physically see them as well, not just hear of them. So this gentleman just said you can enter like extra half marathons. I know Louisa done 6, didn't she? I'd done 4, I think. And then you get an extra spot to try for Boston. Yeah, good luck.
You know what? It's an interesting point because I didn't know anything, being the ignorant person I am, I didn't even know you could sign up to an Abbott and have an Abbott's account, right? So, I mean, you're looking at me like, yeah, we know that, Fordy, you should have done that. But, so I had to get an Abbott's account and then I had to log all the ones that I've done. And then that builds points or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you are seriously thinking about doing these majors, even if you don't do the 6, 7, whatever there is, but you start doing them, get on the Abbott's website as well. Don't just do the race and go, right, that's it, it's done. There's loads of stuff on there. And again, you get opportunities maybe to go to extra ballots and things like that. So that's always a good tip, is to think about maybe signing up for the Abbott's thing. I had absolutely no idea it existed. What a hero.
Unless you can run really fast.
Yeah, but again, I think Boston's out of the reach, like, for a lot of people. I mean,
Yeah.
Ben, what have you got to run to do Boston?
So officially 3:10, but with the
I mean, that's
being
so
under
fast.
3:04, yeah.
Hayden, what have I got to run?
How are you now?
What do you mean?
Age. Tell the truth.
28.
Oh, you got no chance.
No, what do you mean no chance?
It's about 2 hours 20.
No, I've got to run, I think
yours is 3 hours 20.
3 hours
Yours
20.
is 3 hours, but then you get a cut-off. So this year, Boston, I'm not sure if you're aware, they have a cut-off time. And if too many people make the cut-off time, they start taking down the minutes. So this year, they took off nearly 6 minutes. So basically, your age group, you've had to run 3:14 to get in.
Oh, I ain't going to run 3:14. No chance. No chance. Right, who's next? Let's
While
go.
I run over, Sabrina, what's your next world major?
Oh, yeah, she's doing Berlin.
Not putting any pressure
No,
on her.
she's doing Berlin. I signed her up.
I'm not.
No, you are.
I'm out.
No, you're doing Berlin. She apparently is
Heard it
retired.
here first.
Yeah. Right, where we
Who's
going?
next?
Down here. Oh, there's one up the back as well.
So mine's also for Marissa. As a slower runner, what would your fueling strategy be?
Good
because
question.
there's so much flying around, but it's really hard to know where to pitch yourself when you're slower.
Just play around with it. You've got to play around with it on your long runs as well. Don't leave it until like the week before. Try everything. Try whole food, like normal food. You can try blocks. I just literally try anything and then see how it sits with you. I've got a problem. Things don't sit well with me, so I just have them little shock blocks.
What did you do in New York? When did you fuel in New York?
Shock blocks every 2 to 4K.
Because you took them with you. Because that's the other thing. Some of these races, they don't allow, the hydration vests.
Yeah.
A lot of them won't allow you to do that. I think Tokyo's one, wouldn't it? They wouldn't allow you.
Most
with New York?
Most of them you can't wear hydration camel packs.
So that's the other thing. I did it for New York. I shipped in a load of Gatorade from the States, Amazon, America, so I could get what was going to be on course. Because my gut's terrible. So I wanted to make sure that I had the same thing. So think about things like that. If you're doing
And Tokyo as well, they have that, what is it called?
Pecori sweat.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting.
Don't bother.
Dirt water.
Really, don't bother.
Why would you have it?
It is horrible, isn't it?
But
And
that's
when
the sort of thing to think about as well. Just make it as easy for yourself as you can. That's the key to this. It's just making it easier. Like you said, staying on the right time and changing the fuel up and things like that.
And what would you say, like, how often? Because that's
Yeah.
my thing. People say, oh, every 45 minutes or every hour. Or
So
does
if
yours
you're
been
already thinking
slower?
about it, you've gone too long. So I think one of my marathons, it might have been Berlin. I took a jelly baby every kilometre. That was a lot of jelly babies.
Whole packet.
No, it was over a whole packet.
Yeah.
But I just literally put them into little pouches, and then every 5K maybe have 2, and then just honestly just play with it.
Brilliant. There we go. Perfect. Right, Ben, who's next?
Cool. There was one at the back over this.
Up the back. Go.
This is a general one to all of you. What is your favourite meal or snack before a race?
Before or after? Because I could go deep into what we have afterwards. It's a lot. I can tell you that it's a lot. So, no, I'm not. We're not allowed to talk about it, Mel. Well, pre-race run.
Well, I'm sticking to what I ate in Chicago now for everything, which is risotto for lunch and pasta for dinner.
I'll tell you who I do want to speak to. Where is he? Si. I'm going to tell you what Si has before the Great North Run. It's disgusting. Wait, come here. Tell the viewers, what do you have before the Great North Run?
I had a steak bake, sausage and bacon roll, and I can't remember what else. Tea and a coffee, I think.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Everyday runner there. Absolute animal. Hayden?
Usually the night before, I'll just get a pizza. But in Chicago, do not go for the deep pan pizza. If you do, make sure you share it, because these things are cow pies. The biggest pizza you've ever seen in your life. And they don't sit well the next day. But yeah, generally night before pizza for me.
Yeah, I'm pizza.
I've got vegan. What do you have?
Obviously a vegan bolognese.
Vegan bolognese.
Soy protein, so can't go wrong.
Disgusting. I just have plain pasta. This is how weird I am. I have plain pasta just with butter and salt. Because my guts are terrible, so that's all I have.
Is that what you had in Berlin?
What?
Is that what you had
What
in
did
Berlin?
I have in Berlin?
Pizza, wasn't it?
Pizza. I had a pizza because I was travelling. That is the other thing you've got to think about. If you're going to these world majors, get someone like Ben to book you a restaurant so you ain't got to stress about it, because there's nothing worse than trying to find somewhere to eat, because there's like a million other people trying to do the same thing. We book all the restaurants before we go, so we make sure we get something that we can all eat.
Especially in Tokyo, by the way, because that's a bit ropey.
What do you have in Tokyo?
Don't ask. I don't even know.
Don't even know.
What was in his suitcase?
What?
What was in his suitcase? Bagel?
But yeah, go shopping. Right, what's
Yeah,
next?
his picnic.
Exactly. Right, we have another question from here.
It's a general question to anyone. There's so many amazing marathons in cities and places around the world. What makes a major different to the rest of them?
Great question.
It's a great question. I think, from my side, it's the vibe. It's the energy of the people. It's that feeling like Ben and I had it at Berlin. That was after he did a number 2 in the bushes. But what? I thought I'd tell everyone. Okay.
Why not?
But it's the vibe. Honestly, seriously, it's the vibe. You can't. It's so hard to express. Unless you've done one, it's really hard. But it's that energy of people. It's that nervousness. It's that anxiety. But at the same time, it's the adrenaline, and it just fuels you. The first 3 miles in a major go like that, because you just don't know what's going on.
But then did you not get that at Great North Run?
Not like New York, not like London. It just. Yeah, there's something about them. There is something I think it's the energy. I think it's the people. You're stepping out into the unknown. You're stepping out to do something awesome. And what you're doing is unique in a way. And you're going to get this massive medal at the end of it. Yeah, and it's the crowds lining. It's just that anticipation that builds, and then bang. That's what about you two.
I was going to say just quickly, it's a bit like motor racing. So you've got all these unbelievable motor racing Grand Prix around the world, but everyone still wants to do Monaco. Everyone still likes them ones. There's always going to be that extra one. Whether it's better course or not, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, for me it's the atmosphere. So I've done London, Edinburgh and Chicago. 2 of those were majors. But Edinburgh just doesn't have the same feel. And I think with majors, the people of the cities really, really show up. So you've got people that have come there, they're supporters to the tourists, but you also get the streets are just lined. And I think Alan said it, but like Chicago, there is no dead spot. And I actually wanted to see Tracy at 13 miles to throw on my headphones because I thought, I can't hear anything. I'm never going to be able to listen to anything because it's just so noisy. And like we said, marathons are tough, right? Doing
Really
one in a
hard, really
lifetime
hard.
is enough, let alone doing one a year or 2 a year. And I think if you're going to do one of those big ones if you
100%.
can, because you
100%.
will be able to just soak in all of that. So yeah, that's it for me.
So you. What makes them so special? Why have you done so many? Apart from that you're a hero, national treasure.
No, because someone told me I couldn't, so I just went.
Someone from one of those clubs.
Yeah, I don't know. I've done a few like aren't majors, and they just don't feel the same. I think New York for me is it's like the cherry on the cake. I wish that was my sixth, but I'm hoping Boston will be better.
Need to up your bid.
Hope
Need
so.
to get it bigger. Right, where we go next?
Right, here we go. Al.
Ben, we've got a problem. We've run out of tote bags. So I think I'm going to have to offer up my shirt to the lucky person that gets
Al,
the
you're
next
gonna have to
question.
start stripping.
She's quickly lowered her
Oh,
hand
no,
here.
don't.
Right, here we go. If you want to stand up and just to give us your name and what your question.
My name's Nisha. So I'm doing Berlin and Chicago. So what advice do you have?
You're doing
Just
both.
in general. Or between the two, what to do between? Or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's hard. Some of them come up quick, don't they? You had it, didn't you?
Yeah, so that's the 2 weeks in between. And that's really, I think the most important thing is to decide which one, if you're going to do anything, which one's going to be your A race and which one you're not going to run as hard, because you can't run them both hard. If you're not sure, I would definitely do Berlin first as your hard race and then take Chicago as a bit of a victory lap where you can just relax and enjoy it. Because I've done it the other way around and I thought I'd do Berlin nice and easy and then go for it Chicago, but nice and easy at 26 miles, you're still in the legs 2 weeks later. So if you're going to have one as your A race, definitely go for the first one and just enjoy the second one. But the 2 weeks is tough. The worst thing for me, the 2 weeks, is the bloody carb loading. Eating all that crap the week before one, 2 weeks later starting again. It's hard work.
Oh, did it? Eating.
That was
Well,
perfect
good luck
for me this
anyway.
year.
Good luck to you. 2 marathons.
Cool, we have another question here.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Adam. I'm from Cardiff. I run a couple of half marathons, but I've never run a marathon. I was signed to my first marathon in Newport. So although I'm now thinking about maybe I done it early because I'm supposed to wait until I do so many half marathons. And if anybody have got any advice for, I'm training for 3 days at the moment. But is there anything that I can do because I'm panicking, thinking that maybe I have to cancel it? Thank you.
That's for you, Adam.
So when is the marathon?
28th of April.
28th of April, first
Yeah,
marathon.
so as you said, you're running 3 days a week at the moment. A lot of it's going to depend on what you want out of the marathon. If you just want to get round 3 days a week, that would get you round, definitely. I'd probably say to you I'd go to 4 days a week. But it's your first marathon. The most important thing with your first marathon, it's so easy to say, is enjoy it.
Yeah,
Don't think
100%,
about times. Don't think
100%.
about anything else. Just go out there and at the end, get that medal and think to yourself, "Do you know what? I'm one of that 1% of the whole world just run a marathon." That's the most important thing in your first marathon. Definitely.
Yeah, just enjoy it. But you can train 3 days. 100%. Focus on that long run. That's the key. Right, where we going?
Cool, probably one more question, I think.
I don't know. Toad's like making hand signals, but he does that a lot.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, because we've got to give a London Marathon place away, by the way.
Don't worry, Mel, we're coming.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
Hello.
You've talked about the atmosphere in the American marathons.
Yeah.
We're both doing Berlin.
Oh.
What was the atmosphere like there?
Rocking. It was like a big rave. It was mental. It was like, and you know what, Berlin this year is going to be so good because it's 50th. The town was buzzing anyway. I mean, Ben, you were there, right? But it was rocking. But I think this year's going to be on another level. It's a fast race. It feels fast. Don't get caught up in it. Because you come out of there double busy and you can hear the feet. You can hear people coming through you. And you can't help but get caught up in it. It is a quick feeling race, but I think you'll really enjoy it. It's an absolute... Oh, it's just, we had the best.
Yeah.
We had too much fun.
We probably did.
We were singing ABBA and everything. I mean, we had a great time.
And I think to Chris's point there, you do just hear footsteps coming at you from around you. It's like if you've seen Lion King, that scene.
Yeah, it's like
I said
Simba
that
and
to
the
him.
lion.
I was just like, oh my
Coming
god.
at-
So don't panic about that.
Yeah,
Just
don't
know
panic.
your own race and take it. Yeah.
Right, so how long have I got? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, Anna's back. She's back. You're all right. Right. So we're gonna give a London Marathon place away in just 2 seconds. But I just want to say thank you to every single person here who's come along and listened to us. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you to everybody who's interacted with us. Thank you to everybody who supports us. Thanks to everybody who's a member of the club, the community. We're on, what stand are we having?
H74, I think.
H74. I'm going to be over there with the team after lunch. Come over and say hi. We want to see every single person come by and see us. If you want more information on the club, it's over there. The show goes out Monday. I do a live stream, which goes out as a podcast. Come and hang out with me, and we do the live show on a Friday at 7 o'clock. Tune in, or if you miss it, it's on all the podcast platforms. Just take it. I miss anything else? Oh, another shout out to Sketchers. Thanks very much, sketchers.co.uk. You're welcome. Have I missed anything? Forgotten anything?
You can go onto Instagram and follow Long Run Show. It's just that Long Run Show.
Hayden loves the Instagram. Right, Mel. Right, we're going to give out a London Marathon race. Because one of the amazing things about our club is that we do this volunteering at all the major events. We volunteer, and Mel is a hero. But, yeah, give her a round of applause because she organises it all. So one of the amazing things about our club is that we send all the teams to all the major events. And they need some love. And London Marathon events give us a place. We did this last year. Carolyn got it. She smashed London Marathon last year. So there's another reason to be part of our club. So, who's going to pick that out?
Well, Mel's going to go into the audience. Someone's going to pick a ball out, and I've got the numbers
here. Go down
here.
there to that lady. Go to that lady. She's at the front, so her own folks in at the front. Someone's going to get them out. They might not be here. They could be like, I don't know, doing the shopping.
I don't know. I only have the number here. Somebody else has the list.
What
so
number?
It's completely fair. So the number is 29.
Who's that?
Number 29.
They might not be here.
Is Robert Gilbert.
Robert Gilbert.
Robert Gilbert here?
No, he's not here, but Robert Gilbert just won
Robert
the marathon
Gilbert,
place.
well
So
done.
give him a cheer because he'll watch the video. So he's now doing the London Marathon, which is pretty awesome. Again, another reason. Right, what you got to say?
I just want to say a big thank you to all of our volunteers this year. Those of you who want to get involved in World Majors, come and volunteer with us at London. We have a great team that takes part.
Yeah, there we go. Another round of applause for Mel. Right, Anna, where's Anna? Am I done? Oh, she don't care. Right, that's it. I think we're done. So make sure you tune in. When are we back live?
We are back live. You're Monday, Bite Size.
Oh,
We're
I'm
Friday.
back Monday. Right, and then we're back Friday. So thank you very much, everybody. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show. I'll see you all tonight at the group run, the rave run. Rave! Let's go.